Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Adventures. No fancy intros, just straight into the action. So just give you a rundown. It's October 22. We're heading out to the BP Macca's at Wallen on the highway to meet up with Dylan and his crew and a few of the guys from Oz Prado crew. So if you don't want to miss day trips and you want to have the possibility of getting on board, make sure you're on Oz Prado crew on Facebook if it's a Prado you've got, or 4x4 Adventures if it's some other vehicle and you might want to get on a day trip, because I'm going to announce some trips there. But this is Dylan's trip. He likes to go out chasing the hard tracks, the hard stuff, all the sort of things we used to do. We're not sort of so much into that now, but we don't mind joining in every now and then. As you've seen, we took the Hilux out and we're going to be taking the Hilux out a lot more with him. We've got a winch on the bench waiting to go on once that's on, and a Detroit True Track on order. You know, there's a shortage at the moment, so we're going to get the True Track LSD in the back. That's going to help the Hilux along, and if need be we'll add a locker later. But at the moment the 120 is back in action. It's got the locker in the front, so let's get up there, meet up with the guys and get up to Mount Disappointment to the action. So we got away from the BP Macca's just a little bit before 9, and we just headed up the highway a couple of exits and took that exit. We're currently heading up Spur Road, just to give you an idea. It goes along its sealed road. We head up the hill into the forest. Nine vehicles. So we've turned in at Quarry Road and we're in low range, 18 PSI, and there's quite a bit of water on the side of the tracks. Fuck no. Oh, not getting out of it now. I was going to go to the right, but because of the clay, so it's going to get a bit flexy-lexy. Bull bar into the embankment even, perhaps. Fully flexy all over the joint now.
That's your rubber.
So you can go hard right and avoid the whole.
To remove my sway bar pin. Alright, sexy boy.
You got to try and watch all the flexi he's getting out now. So I'll get down here out of the way and they can get some footage, I think. I'll go to the right there. That's what I was going to do, a little bit further back up there, but because of the wetness, the clay, it said no, you're coming this way. So here you can either go left and straddle it, or you can go right and chicken out like this. Depending on your driving level experience in the group, how much space you want to leave between all the vehicles. We're pretty tight here because Dylan knows what's going on. I know what's going on. The vehicle behind me's got probably 5 or 6 car spaces. Fair bit of flex happening at the moment. Vehicle's rolling around a lot. I think the diff's rolling around a lot more than the car. I think we're on 2 wheels there for a minute. Happy days. They're driving it too smooth. Not enough wheels in the air. 200 series. Flexi Lexi. Have a look at the flex on that, would ya? That is out of control. Literally out of control. Could be too much flex. Flexi as. Is that sway bar's disconnected, is it?
Just remove the pin.
Let's follow him down and see how the disconnected bloody Nissans, I tell you. Talk about keeping the wheels on the ground. Too much flex. That is crazy. He's going to go in the washout. I'm going to straddle the washout. He's touching the ground. Look at him show off. So I could do this and end up slipping in, but that's what we're going to find out. I'm only following close to get the footage. You know, experienced drivers otherwise keep a bit more distance. On this sort of stuff, keep your thumbs and fingers out of your steering wheel as well. Just keep them out, yeah? See the left side slip down a little bit. Now I'm just going to take the chicken track because I can. Oh, actually, no, we'll stay for this part, but we're going to take a few chicken tracks to show a bit of a wise guy situation. Because this guy's a wise guy, but he loves the action. So there was no point taking that chicken track because you just end up back here anyway and there's nothing really to avoid. So this sort of stuff, the washouts, when there's not room on the side to go around it, your best bet is to, you got to kind of imagine the washout's not there and pick your line. Like if it's straight, you just level your vehicle, have your wheels each side. Right, I'll sort of demonstrate what I mean in a minute. A bit of flex as we cross over that section. and slide a little bit because it is wet in the washout. That's why the traction's up top. That's why we're going to go right side soon, hopefully. Right, so we might not get him in the picture, but I think the bikes are coming. Some bikes went down. They might be coming back because it's wet and bog hole down there. They probably don't want to get in it. So I'm going to go up here so we can drive down there. But been there, done that. And we're going to sort of show a separate path for anybody that's, you know, it's no issue going down in there. But I'll show you one of the risks as well. One of the risks of trying to go along the edge of something. So we've got a tree here we've got to avoid. You can fold your mirror if you like, but I don't. But we're right on the edge. And this isn't a situation where if you slid in, it's a big concern. But some tracks, if it's a full slippery bog hole and it's deep, you could go slide in and end up on your side. So think about that when you're trying to avoid things, because it might not be the right way to avoid something, yeah? I think Dylan's is about a 2009 or 10 150 Prado. It's the 1K DFTV. It's done well over 400,000 Ks, approaching 500,000 Ks on the original engine. Of course, it's had the injectors replaced, and look, he only got it with about 300,000 Ks on it, so unsure of the history before that. So here we're going to drive. We're going to try and. This is the problem, right? I'm going to put my tyres straight over those tree trunks, gently though, right? They're cut off, could be cut off a bit lower, but right, enough clearance. I don't want to go right side and get hung up underneath, not that we would, but just giving an example. The big things, the obstacles, I prefer to put underneath the vehicle. So down here, the left side has got quite a bit of camber on it. Over the washout's not a bad way to go, but you can see we're doing the easy way. We'll call this the chicken track, if you like. Clean up that windscreen a bit for you. We've got a few spots of rain at the moment actually, so a few clouds coming over, a little few spots here just to spice it up a bit. So it's raining out there, mate. I'll be out in the rain. I'm going to video from in the vehicle. Got a few camera options here. Hopefully we'll get, there you go, nice wheel in the air, there you go. Get some photos of that for you, mate. So here this is where you don't want to slip off the edge and end up in the washout, so you need to check your vehicle width, spot the track. We're going to fold the mirrors at this point. How do we fold the mirrors on this one? Well, that's right, it's not a button, it's a manual setup. Right, now we flick it straight back out so I can use the mirror to get around the tree. Right, and he's getting a bit ahead of us, so we'll boot it down there. Don't try that in your 200 series. Really want to get him going through this bog hole down here, but on the left it's a chicken track, on the right it's a chicken track, and they're the ones where you get bogged, I believe. Pretty sure the middle one's easy. It's nice and flat and hard on the bottom, and the side ones are the risky ones.
Thing in the middle here is good.
Yeah, my 120 is definitely allergic to that sort of stuff. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, last time they were winching both sides, middle, firm bottom, but at the right side, it's a bit rocky.
That's pretty easy on those little rods. They're pretty grippy.
If you want to get the strap, and I'll pull you out backwards. Anyway, a bit of vehicle recovery, perhaps.
Tow-bar.
Mate, my 120 is definitely allergic to that.
I don't need
I'm pretty sure this one, remember, is just firm bottom, shallow. Anyway, I got to pull him out, so we'll do that in the rain. See James there on the left, he's checking the depth of the middle one. He's scraping across, you can see it's rock hard, shallow, although a couple of soft spots maybe. But he'll give it the nod and give it the thumbs up, I'm guessing, from his check. He's got rid of the stick. Let's see what he says when he comes over. He just said on the radio that, yep, the middle of that's fine, because he's got the handheld in his hand. All right, mate, I'm just going to gently tow you out. Minimal pressure required, no more than half a ton. The harder you go in, the harder you get stuck. The softer you go in, the easier it is to get you out. That'll do you, mate, for now. We'll get the strap off. All right, so this is where it's at. Now, last time I came down to here, I thought, oh yeah, we're going to turn around, because I saw cars in here getting bogged, winching. Similar situation is pretty obvious what's going to happen there. And you think, okay, this is no good, that's why everyone's going around. Well, actually, this is pretty good. Firm base, not too deep at the moment. Well, last time, definitely. There you go. Get a picture of that, would you? Bit of mud already, eh? So we're going to cruise through, but I'm just looking at the sky. We had sun until now. It was a nice day to come out. There's the blue sky going over there. As long as there's not too much rain, it's probably just a patch, I think, looking at the perimeter. So this is the things you do. You got to think about these things, because you're at the bottom of a hill. That's clay, probably same behind me. And once you've got no traction, it can be a very long day, night or week trying to get the vehicle out. Now, I'm exaggerating here, but I want people to think outside the square. Bada bing, bada boom. We're just going to go with the flow for now, but if there's too much rain, we will turn it around and head back out here. From memory, the other track back out is easier than this one, but we've still got some steep, rough sections to go down, which, while it's dry, I'm okay with, but I can't fully remember the detail of it for when it's wet, if it would become dangerous, because there's some angles and that going on, depending what line you pick. I'm getting ready to run. We got a patrol bogged coming down the hill. Even the Hilux made it down. Patrol's bogged coming downhill, mate. This is good. Patrol drivers, owners are going to love this. Look at the flex on that thing. Oh yeah, sounds beautiful. Springs popping in and out all over the joint, maybe. Look at that. You just get underneath, it's like a pit. Do an oil change. This is casual, relaxed spotting. Just means a little bit that way and then straighten up. A little bit that way, straighten up. Keeps pointing that way, you keep going a little bit more that way. If he starts pointing that way really fast, you do it quicker. If he opens his mouth and speaks, you might want to slow down and work out which way you're meant to be pointing the vehicle. It, see how it moves faster? Get it going, turn the wheel. Full lock it, mate. No, there's no going back now. Not going to happen. Dreaming. Maybe. Wow. It's got front and rear lockers on, maybe. Probably needs to go back more, or full lock it, which is going to be hard. And to feel the pressure on the steering trying to turn there. That's what's happening at the moment. He's going, oh, it won't turn. Crank it. Keep it moving a bit. It's going to slip in anyway though, I think, but then again, no, if you look at the left front, it's going to hold it up because it's just as much pressure on that left front as there is on the right. So if he keeps it hooked around, it might climb up. As long as he can keep that left front, that's our right, down once it starts dropping down. At this point, I'd just keep going. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Just keep it pointing down the hill. But he's got a bit less experience, so it's worth taking time reversing up the hill. There you go. You can reverse up, that's it. Now straighten it up, dead straight ahead. I'm talking to you, I'm talking Anthony's driver training at the moment. Anyone that's watching, you might want to subscribe, turn the bell on. You'll learn a lot from this channel. Bit of entertainment, but it's the reality channel where you can really see what breaks, what goes wrong, proper driving tips, things you should and shouldn't do. And in the meantime, look at that, it's breaking up again. Beautiful. This is getting to be a bit of a long video, so we might wrap this one up and say subscribe, turn the bell on, hit the like button if you liked it, and keep your eye out for the next Mount Disappointment video because we've got a whole day ahead of us. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya. So what I did, I watched him go through. I found the shallow parts. Now I'm going to go through nice and slow on the high ground. Not even going to get my wheel arches dirty.